Hey man, you ever look into flat earth?
Hoping that this YouTube don't take down my video for just using a little short clip of the music Grand Illusion from the Styx. If so, I'll just make another one without using the damn music. But here, this video, of course, was obviously from the date that was in there. I just wanted to show how, again, I'm in the same spot that I was one other night in January 12th, 2019. I was in the same location, and I'll put up the video of that after this. But just to give you a little idea how this, I don't even want to call it atmosphere, weather conditions can magnify, cause the illusions of things to appear to fall, drop, ramp up, or what I call this obstruction that's in the way right now. These mangroves is what they are. There's a bunch of little chains of islands and little bays and all back in this direction. That landmass right there is being magnified, which is actually blocking out the lower portions of what I should be able to see on a flat Earth, right? And obviously here you don't really see a whole lot of these towers, and everything is really a lot more compressed. And this is where we get into, doing these multiple, and I've done multiple videos and pictures from this same location, and I get different results. But on days that I have very, very clear visibility, like the first picture that you seen was during an electrical storm. Obviously, you could see everything very, very much clearer. I did take that picture from up on top of that observation deck that's behind me. It's a little short observation deck. And then, of course, I did have my tripod set up at 5 feet on that picture. But these, I've got my tripod down at 28 inches, right next to the water, in this little boat ramp, canoe ramp area at the park. Now, nobody uses this to launch canoes. Well, at least I haven't seen many people use it to launch canoes or boats or anything, because really you have to drag your boat all the way across the beach and from the parking lot to cross the beach and then to this spot. Now, you can probably do it with a kayak, no big deal, but not many people do. As far as I know, I've never really seen anybody bring a boat out there whatsoever. But I wanted to give you a view of the parking lot, the park behind me. This is from Pine Island Park in Hernando Beach, Florida. And the power plant that I'm filming is Anclote Power Plant, and it's at 27.6 miles away. And these are my pictures that I've taken of the main towers. Actually, there's two towers here that sit in a row, and it almost looks like one because they kind of blend together, but other times they give you almost one tower appearance, but there's a double tower there. And then I'm going to put up this footage from January 12th, 2019.
Okay, I'm attempting to take a picture of the Crystal River power plant here with a long exposure. And, I'm going to have to turn my light off here.
I do want to say this. Originally, I wasn't even going to put this video out. I didn't even think it was worth it anymore. The video is already out, In Search of the True Horizon Part 6. But I suggest that you watch all the parts because the visibility this particular day was just absolutely awesome. And I did put down my location of my camera um, during all the video footage. And some people say that, you're out of focus, this and that. But on that particular day, I had really good focus. I have many days I have not even actually posted the videos to on days where I had excellent visibility and was able to track and follow boats to where they just completely got so small they disappeared and they did not go over any curve. They just got too small to resolve. And yes, there is also waves can block out distant boats. It can block out quite a bit of them because what's happening is there is a mirroring effect that goes on. It can occur close to you or farther away. And when they occur farther away from you, you can visibly watch boats go out and out and out and out and then finally disappear because they've gotten so small that you cannot resolve them, and they do disappear in a sliver of a mirroring effect that does cut off objects and hide objects. This is one of the things that people don't take into consideration when doing these types of observations. They don't look at the weather conditions, the optical effects that do occur. Now, if you believe in refraction, that pulls something up above the curvature of Earth, you are an idiot. You are a sleeping sheep. You are a dumbass. Why? Because there's never been never any proof of anybody showing anything optical below a curve or a hill or a small dip in the road of something popping up from behind that dip. Nobody's ever shown that. And here I'm going to be showing some pictures and videos. Well, I'm not going to show much video. I mainly took pictures at this point. And actually it was January 13th because it was at 12:01. I just checked the properties on the video. And it was early in the morning. I was out there really late at night. And it was on a nice, beautiful, cool night where my visibility was so good. I was getting excellent pictures. Now, I wanted to put this cell phone footage up first, only because I wanted to show you that I was taking pictures from this location at this height, and I even went as low as putting, I'm going to be saying 4 inches. And why? Because I had this little plastic tablet that I had in my truck. I ran to my truck and I said, you know what? I want to take one last picture of this power plant and see what it appears like. Okay. And one of the things that I could definitely see is that there was not a whole lot of difference in the two pictures. There was just compression. Everything got compressed more, and it started to create this that mirroring effect, that miraging effect that occurs. But unfortunately, my cell phone can't focus on this as well. But I mean, you can obviously see all the lights. You can see lights in the parking lot or whatever it is out there in the vicinity or in the facility. But one of the main things is you could see quite a bit of everything compared to other days where I had the mirroring effect occurring, the magnification effect occurring, and the weather condition effects. Okay, these all affect visibility, and it does affect objects at the end of your viewing area, your line of sight.
I had my camera reversed. There it is, look at that. That's the Crystal River Power Plant at a low perspective. Give you a shot of my camera here. And the water rolling up to the shore here. And tide is slowly going out. Whoa, that is some picture there. You shut my light off again. That is an awesome picture. And this is better than the last time I was down here doing these pictures like this. Look at that. That is amazing.
Alright, here I took a screenshot of that. Obviously you can see that, you know, we're even with the virtual horizon on, it's showing that the horizon is up higher, which is hard to explain, but I'll leave it at that and explain it later on. You know, here's again, I'm going to search around the parking lot, around the park here. You can compare it to the other video I showed where I'm showing you around the park. Obviously, I'm at Pine Island Park, and again, you can check Pine Island Park compared to the Crystal River Power Plant and its distance and how far away it should be. Now, in all reality, if I lived on a globe, I do believe the tallest tower there is 608 feet, and that's being that the facility is 10 feet above sea level. So again, I should only see the very, very tip top of those towers if that obstruction was not in the way. That would be over clear, open waters. But of course, I've got an obstruction in the way. That's about 3 miles away, and I'm guessing on that. But this is one of my old fishing areas. There's a couple little islands out there that do kind of block it out a little bit, but overall, the main obstruction, mangroves, landmass, is about 3 miles away. And then, of course, you have 24.6 more miles, almost 25 miles to the power plant itself. All right, when I got to this point, it was about 12:30, and I decided to come back and put this plastic pad, notebook pad I had down right next to the water, no more than 4 inches off the water, and I took what they call a star trail picture. It didn't put the date on it or anything, but it does like 30-second exposures, and I just set it down, lined it up, you know, zoomed in, and took one last picture. And I actually wish I would have took more pictures with the regular setting to where I'd get the date on it, but it doesn't matter because obviously you can actually see right here me taking the picture, and then I'll show you the picture. Of course, too, the camera doesn't do justice when it takes the picture, or my cell phone camera isn't doing it any justice, but the pictures themselves come out very clear, very obvious that I am seeing quite a bit more. The landmass or the obstruction that's in front of me is not being magnified. And the lower you go with a camera, the more compressed objects become. Again, you can see the little picture that popped up, and I'm doing, I think it was a couple of minutes I let it do an exposure. So, you know, we're getting very, very good. Now, some of the pictures I'm going to be popping up showing you, I did enhance a few of them to bring out more of the water, also to show the landmass, because with the regular pictures you could not see, but I'm going to show you the regular pictures too, so that you'll be able to see these regular pictures with the darkness, unmanipulated. But in order to really see much better and see the real true facts of our natural home, where we live, this is some of my best fruit that I've ever had. Obviously, you can see here how much you're seeing of that power plant. Even at this low, I'm 0.33 would be my height at 27.6 miles. The horizon should be at 4,011 feet, 4,012 feet, so, something like that. And I am seeing 27.6 miles, folks. This is no anomaly. This is true, clear visibility. And if you can't see it, then you got to be a little bit of a dumbass to not look at this. And I don't mean to insult anybody, but we keep being told we live on a spinning globe, flying through space at multiple speeds, at multiple spins. I mean, we're spinning around the sun. And the sun is flying through the Milky Way galaxy, and everything is spiraling behind it, all the planets and everything. But for thousands of years, we've seen the same stars and everything in the sky, pretty much in the same place. Yes, the wandering stars do move, but everything stays the same. Polaris is still there. What do you know? And that's something too interesting that I've got some other pictures of Polaris. But let me stop here with this part because I want to put the pictures in. Alright, sorry I made a couple of those pictures real long. These are like 10-second ones. But I wanted to just show the difference between these, highlighted and even zoomed in a little bit more. And then a few of them will be enhanced. But again, I should not even see any of this. With the obstruction in the way, it should be blocking out 100% of this power plant. I mean, again, the thing's 27 miles away, 27.6 miles away. So again, if you take into account of curvature and everything, the drop should be without refraction, 507 foot of drop. So I should only be able to see a little portion of that. But again, with this obstruction in the way, I should not see any of it. Any of it, folks. Now you can go to the refraction approximation, where refraction hidden would be 411 feet. The drop should be 435 feet. And this is through Metabunk, Earth Curve Calculator. This is killing this calculator. Not only am I killing the calculator, but I'm kicking the globe right in its ass. I mean, I'm kicking it right off the globe. Put it that way. You can't be on a spinning ball with water sticking to it with a theory of gravity that's making everything stick, folks. It just does not make sense. But look, we are put in programs. We are put in school. We are programmed to a belief system. And if you believe that belief system, then you fall right into what they want you to fall into. And that's just a bunch of parrots, a bunch of mimicking people walking around speaking the same shit. But again, they like to divide us with divide and conquer too, right? Give one person some information on, say, politics. So that's why you got your D's and your R's, right? They fight over who's right and who's wrong. There's one person took real notice to this, and he's controversial, Matrix Breakout 6. But I'm going to put a link to his video that he did an analysis on this. And you got to think about it, folks. I should not see any of this. All of this. He shows where the water table comes up, and I should see just a very short piece of it. But he should have also put in the obstruction that was there, because with the obstruction, I should not see any of these objects at all. Any of this power plant whatsoever. So again, think for yourself, folks. Don't go with the belief system. Think with your own mind, not theirs. The video I was talking about from Matrix Breakout, I'm going to re-edit it, voice over it, and that will be my final video. And I'm going to go back to doing what I love, and that is fishing.